This is a bit of a problem here because normally on the regular Miller Meteor style of ambulance and hearse that the Ghostbuster car used, the back door is relatively flat and there's a flat surface. What I should have done in this situation is had them make a smaller Ghostbuster logo to fit within this parameter. It would have been better to be smaller and in incorrect size and fit than what I'm about to have to do, because this is going to suck. And I don't know if it's going to work, and if it doesn't work, I'll just have to have them make a new logo. I mean, these things aren't incredibly expensive. You have to put down a little spray to just give it some lube. Never want to go in dry. I don't know if this is going to work. I'm going to try to just razor it in and wrap it. Might have to use some heat. I don't know how this is going to work as far as effective. But the idea is going to be that I'm just going to curve it down, and I don't know if that's going to really work. It may not stick. Might have to cut off part of the logo on it. I mean, this might end up being temporary until I can. I'll probably end up peeling this off and making a smaller logo that just comes to here to there. For just today, I'm going to stick this on there. I mean, these cost a little bit of money, but it's not going to break the bank if I have to get another one. There are people who sell these unlicensed logos on eBay, but they're really poor quality. The company that I had make these make a lot of the graphics for me that I have made from other projects, and they make them for police cars, fire trucks, and ambulances. That's what they do. I done messed up the hand. Look at that. Well, we are going to weather this. We're going to make it look all cruddy, like the rest of the car, which we'll get into later. Sort of like the way we do our Blues Brothers cars or Bluesmobiles. But I need it to stick initially. This looks terrible. I mean, first of all, this surface is terrible. Just in general. As long as it sticks and doesn't come off. We'll be able to finagle this a little bit more to the way we want it with a heat gun and a razor blade. For now, as it dries, we'll be able to manipulate it. Like I said, I'll bring a heat gun in here and I'll try to massage it a bit. Get those wrinkles out. You know, when you're wrapping a car, you gotta do this. You know, when you're wrapping a car, I'm not a rapper. So our boy Omar Tovarish, he's been coming around doctoring the rust, painting rust on. Based on some of the photos I took of the real Afterlife photo, or the Afterlife ambulance that's sitting at the Peterson. I visited there recently, if you saw in one of my videos, and we looked at how the rust is on the car. So there is actual structural kind of body rust here on the hood, which isn't going to be a problem. It's not going to like fall apart or anything, but the way we've painted it to make it look even more, and this is the way the real car is. I mean, if you look at when we show the thing all together, you'll see. So all this rust has been painted on. Most of this rust is fake. And it's all based on the weathering that you'll find on the screen used car. So we're trying to make it look like the Afterlife car. Now these top lights are not the original Code 3s. Those are virtually impossible. These are Wallow Infinities. And what we did was we painted the center section silver and those other lenses silver just because they're not supposed to be there anyway. But they look cool when you light them up. They look legit because they roll. They're not LEDs and strobes. So they kind of look like the real lights. Most people aren't going to know. I mean, the real Ghostbuster fans are going to know. But, I mean, for this particular car, this will do. See, when you look at my reference photos that I have here of the real car, like you can see all the rust and the black, the burns and all that stuff. So we're still working on all that. Over here in this pile, we're working on the rack. And we've made cast resin replicas of these bottles because I have a couple of real bottles, but they're getting much harder to find. So we've replicated those bottles. We don't have the real propeller ray that's going to sit over there, so we're going to use this big red light. We did get a fantastic replica of what's known as the HP or Texas Instruments box. That thing's pretty legit. This thing's pretty legit. So this is the rack that was on our first, not our first ECTO, our second ECTO, our 1960 Cadillac that we had for many years. And we ended up taking this one off and keeping it because it had a lot of real parts on it and things, and we wanted to scavenge those. And we ended up putting one of our replica racks on there, which, you know, is the same. It was just faster to do that. So we've had this one in storage, and this one's going to end up going on the top. So what we have to do is we have to get these mounted. We're going to fabricate the feet that hold the rack, put that on with the forklift. And then all of the wiring that you see here, that's all going to be bundled up into these blue hoses, and the blue hoses come down. Here's the blue hoses. They're laying here. They're just RV sewer hoses. And these are the brackets. We got to drill a hole through them. So you run the wires through the body right here up to the rack. And right back here will be some batteries, relays, and the control center for all the electrics. And the wires will run up those hoses into the rack. And we're going to basically set it up where one toggle switch activates a relay and turns all the lights on. Just going to make it simple. And then we'll have a sound system hooked up, and that'll be mounted on the dash. So you just turn on one switch, you get all the lights, and that'll be cool. Oh, yeah, man, that's going to look awesome. Those lights look great. There's nothing like real light bulbs and rollers. These are way cooler than the strobes. Building the ladder over here. Colt says if we put black pepper in the radiator, it'll seal any leaks.
Yeah, I've seen a guy with a 53 Chevy. It's perfect for it.
What about sriracha? Can we use sriracha?
Probably.
We have chemical.
The chemical stuff is better for the plastic and aluminum radiators in today's cars.
Is it leaking? The radiator?
It's a very slow leak.
So it's leaking.
Well, yeah, pepper works.
He's Fry's trying to get the feed. It should have came out by now. There it is.
So you never put your finger over the end.
Yeah. Building the ladder. Tacky. Weldy. These are the feet for the base. And we are fully stocked on Proton packs and time machine parts. We got Proton packs everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, we got Proton packs where we are just kicking ass in the Proton pack department. We got time machines and stuff. Time machine, DeLoreans, all kinds of projects we're working on. But the real thing that we're working on right now is Ghostbusters. Don't you think, Slimer?
Yeah.
I got it turned down right now because it was like blowing my ears out.
Oh, it's pretty loud. Yeah, it shouldn't be buzzing in standby like that.
Yeah, it's kind of, I don't know.
We need a ground lift. Is it? Well, is there any part of this grounded to the body of the car?
Not yet. That's what
Because if it shouldn't be grounded to the car. It should only be connected to that battery.
Yeah, that's all it's connected to.
Well, something somewhere is grounding to the car. That's what the problem is. Because you're getting an alternate ground.
I mean, everything's isolated.
Maybe the controller thing? I don't know.
Is the metal frame screwed to the metal dash?
Could be.
Because if it's... Oh, I bet it's the charger.
That's what I was thinking.
Go in there and unhook that charger off the battery.
Yeah, just
No, try. No, just grab one of the terminals.
Well, that's how I have it connected.
Just take it off. Right there, the red term. Yeah, it's the charger.
It's the charger.
So okay, problem solved. So the battery
It
charger
might be the charger.
was...
There we go.
Hit one of the other buttons. You're the one on the end there.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
That's my favorite one.
Yeah.
I love that one. What's the next one?
As a duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
That's funny.
There we go. And then,
We can't play the music, so.
no.
And then and the other first button is the horn.
Yeah.
Or the top, that one.
Oh, this one?
Yeah. I had to put that in there.
That was pretty good. So that-
Just, yeah, why not? Yeehaw! We're gonna jump this sumbitch. Okay, so now all we gotta do is get that mounted to the rack and get the rack up there. And then we need to get the seats in and all that kind of stuff. This thing's almost done, dude. It's like so almost done. We need to get these.
Operate the forklift for me? I don't know how to.
Yeah, I know how to do the forklift, but we're not ready for that because we need these lights attached.
Oh, go ahead and plug the charger back in.
Yeah, plug that, put that charger back in, get that battery going, and then I think it was full though, but we'll let it keep going. We need these lights wrenched down, which still hasn't happened, and then once those are tightened, Captain, batten down the hatches.
Better to put the rack on first and the lights.
We need to know where the rack's going to be, but I do know that that's where the lights go there, and then those back there can be adjusted.
We should wait to put that so we can put the rack as far up as we can.
But the rack, just measure the rack and we'll know where it goes. Based on that light goes right in between the door. We know that.
Yeah.
I mean, we have
We'll have to run the wire.
we have photo evidence. Let's see. I don't know if there's a side profile because this,
I think the rack will have to be in before we can wipe the wire.
you know, you can see that where those, well, that's the rear. Of course,
Yeah.
this is a different car,
It's almost.
but it butts right
to
up against it. You know,
Are
of
we
course,
doing those? Are we doing those two in the back also? If we got them.
I'm working on that.
If we got them.
We'll just put the front ones on for now.
Yeah.
We can always put them in later. It's just easy to do. Fortunately for us, this thing looks like hell. Look at it. It looks totally legit like what we got now.
Yeah.
So, awesome.
Like, thank God they didn't restore the car in the movie.
Yeah.
Right?
When I saw it, I was like, oh, this is great. We'll be able to take any old piece of shit, make it work. Got Omar the Tovarian working on the siren. Hey, did you get the straps for this green thing? Did you make?
Oh, I'm going. I have the material for it. I got to bend them, so that's
you're
actually what I'm working.
Yeah, okay. I mean, we can always put that stuff on later, but then we're going to be working on the ladder.
After we have it on the roof, so we don't have to worry about hitting anything.
Well, that's what I was saying. I mean, we could do one or the other, but then you're going to be standing on a ladder doing it instead of, you know.
I'd rather do that than then break than have to take them off and fix something.
I don't know. We could put the tanks on there. We should put as much stuff on the roof.
Or whichever side you load it from should be the side that we don't put anything on, so you can get as close.
I'm not worried about that. If you remember from our television show, we had like, what, 7 people right here in this room with this very forklift when we did ECTO number 2 for Screen Machines in 2014. It was fantastic. Holy crap, that's been like a long time ago. Jesus Christ. Like 8 years ago? 9 years ago?
Yeah, I was up in New York when all that happened.
Making there, Fry.
A mess.
It appears.
Better watch out. It's party time. Watch out. Call that good enough.
Just grind that down. And is that the actual odometer?
What? Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's hot. I don't want to put it on there when it's hot. It'll
Melt the shit off.
It's green PVC bullshit.
Is the whole tube green?
I think they just painted it that
The
way.
inside's green too.
No.
Come on.
I think they just spray painted in there. Yeah, it's just the edge is spray
Oh, okay.
painted.
Here, watch out.
I was gonna say I don't think you can buy a green.
scared the shit out of me.
Did you break the screw? Roll this bitch in front of the forklift. Careful. So what y'all gonna have to do is it's backwards, yeah. I was gonna say, you're gonna, here, actually, just stop right there. You're gonna have to somehow pick it up and then set it down off of the wheels. I might have to help you, so let me stop.
Did this used to have a headlight on it?
It used to.
got a toolbox and a knee pad to sit on. There's those seats. Runs good. Hey, up right. Doors are open. Roughly reaching. Close the back door.
Hubcap? Yeah.
Okay. I run it over. Yeah.
Man, that looks like a Ghostbusters ECTO-1 page.
Like a kitten.
This thing runs actually really well. I mean, it sounds like hell, but the thing fires right up. All the gears work. I can't believe the hubcap fell off already, but it wasn't on all the way, apparently.
It's like nothing on that car makes that sound.
Yeah, we just kind of move it back a little. Like another 6 inches, I think.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if it scratches up the roof because, you know, the roof is all fucked up anyway.
It adds to the flavor.
This base came out, you was like useful shit all over the place.
Trying to make a custom floor mat out of this super heavy rubber, half an inch thick, and it's thick. It's heavy stuff. Got the roof rack mostly built and put together. Got the green tubies up here. Working on getting the ladder welded. Fry's working on the brackets for that. And it'll be mounted on this side, which we were confused on what to do because on the Afterlife version of the car, they moved the ladder to the other side. However, this particular rack came off an 84 version car, and we were like, you know what? It's just going to be kind of a mishmash of the two. It's not the right car anyway, so we're going to go ahead and put the ladder on this side because the door doesn't open 180 degrees anyway, so it's not impeding anything. But that's what they did on the Afterlife car. Because the suicide door opened all the way 180 degrees, they moved the ladder to the other side. So this will have the ladder and the gray tube there. And then if you're ever trying to find the VIN number of one of these Cadillacs, it's on the frame rail right down there next to the radiator. We had to find it because we needed it for verification purposes. So we got, as bad as this thing looks, it looks bad. These are pretty reliable motors. You know, the Cadillac 390 was a reliable motor. They used it for a long time. And here it is, 60 plus years, thing fires right up and runs like a champ. We got to do a little bit of weathering to some of the other details on here. All the lights are working. Siren is working. We'll demonstrate that shortly. Right now we're trying to get the seats back in. We got the door panels back on. Will got that done. It's crazy how wide the door opens though, right? I mean, look at that.
It's crazy. Full spare tire under there. But it's crazy just how much space. I mean, that's like 8 feet of entry. The shirt you're wearing is perfect. That is the most perfect shirt for this job. Where did you get that?
Walmart.
That was a Walmart special?
Yeah.
That's like, look at you. That's you. There he is. Well, no, but look. See that? That's the belly.
Yeah.
See?
Me, man.
Oh, look, he's got the, looks just like you.
Curvature.
Yeah, it's perfect. You got we're gonna need a ghost with muscles to put this mat in. It's perfect. Tovarish runs the Quantum Ghostbusters, where Ghostbusters can discuss quantum theory while working on time machines. So you can go back in time. Rather than catch a ghost, you go back in time when they're still alive.
Oh, yeah, the quantum Ghostbusters can go in time,
Yeah.
in dimensions,
But see,
space.
if you go back in time, the person wouldn't be a ghost. They'd be alive.
Yeah.
So you could just catch them before they're ghosts.
Yeah.
Say, you're going to die soon and be a ghost. So I'm just going to go ahead and capture you now.
That's a good idea.
Doesn't make sense.
So from the radome to the top of...
Jack, I think your shaft is way too long.
I'll sniff it out.
Yeah, no, I think it sits right at the base of the radome pill there, that thing. Right about there, that's where it goes.
Yeah, see, I was
So-
too tall. Let me zoom out here.
So yeah,
Okay, so whack that off at 21 from where? 1.21 from here. 21 down.
21 from the top?
Yes.
Of the
It-
two?
It has to be 21 or less.
21 from the top of the two.
Correct.
Okay.
and then weld a plate to it, and then take that white PVC shaft with you. If that thing falls over, that'd kill somebody. Oh my gosh.
It's just decorative.
Oh my God, the seat's in there. Is it mounted or is it just sitting there?
No, it's just in there.
Oh, just okay.
I'm trying to find the bolts, or I'm gonna use.
Oh
the
yeah, yeah, but it had bolts. There's a bunch of baggies with bolts. It could be anywhere. You may have to find some bolts. I don't know where the bolts are. Just use some bubble gum. I don't know. Runs like a champ. Nice. Car's running and driving right now. We're getting last minute decorations done on the interior, getting the seat mounted in there. We got to get all this cleaned up back here, getting everything hooked up and wired, just down to little things like hose clamps and whatnot. There's going to be a pull-out rolling rack back here in the back that will pull out, and it'll hold 2 Proton packs. That's going to be in here. So we're still working on the interior. We're still getting some things mounted. This ladder's got to be mounted, and this hose, a couple other brackets and things. Getting the rest of the decorations up on top done. The lights and the sirens are working. We just need little small things like these antennas. We're down to like the last couple of things, putting on the license plates, and then the car will be ready. I've been working too busy to record. Had to run across town. There's only a couple places you can find these whip antennas. Place in Dallas still has CB equipment. Got those on there. Got the hose clamps on here. Seat is in. Got this other antenna whip in. So yeah, I got that mounted with this whip stuck up under there. Like I said, I got the seat in. Finally, Omar got that in. Back of this is all cleared out in here. We're working on getting that rack done. Just trying to get the car physically cleaned up so that we can get it finished. Finally got this door all put together. I'm amazed at how well that door just closes like that. Wow, quality. Got the ladder on. So, yeah, fucking hoses. So yeah, the next project that we're gonna tackle next Just getting the Proton pack rack in here. People keep asking me about what we're going to do on the inside, about the gunner seat and all that. We're not building that. It's made to carry one dead guy in a box. There's no headliner. It's just metal. They put the subfloor in here. I wish they'd used black carpet. They didn't. They used gray carpet, but whatever. Lots of payload in here. I mean, if you wanted to legit use this thing as a truck, dude, I mean, that's a massive amount of space. So anyway, it's coming along really nicely. Things, I mean, that's a solid closing door. Got the license plates on. You know, it's just down to these little details now at this point. You know, getting it all more readier. Nice.
Good? Why not?
Yeah, I like
Next.
it. I like it. That's a cool hat. We should sell those. I should sell those.
It's Bob's Prop Shop exclusive.
I think we made those in the TV show. So that hat's like 7 or 8 years old.
I rarely wear it, and I was like, I want to wear it. I've been saving it.
You clearly have not washed it. Wait, in the back of your shirt says video.
How you like that? Local crew.
Oh.
Roadie stuff, you know.
Hit me like a bomb, baby. Come on, get it on. Living like a lover with a red iPhone.
You have a red iPhone in your hand.
I do. Amazing.
Tab A, slot B. Hey, this is the stuff I needed for over here.
Always playing with your hose.
Ta-da!
It's crazy how they just weld these bars in. It's a pretty sturdy roof. I mean, you could just walk around up there. So finally, after all this work, we got the pack slider ready. Open the door. Needs to be some lights in here, but we got a latch to keep it shut. Hello, surprise. Look at that. All right, and then it just slides out like that to present itself. There's your Proton packs. And they just sit in this rack. And how epic is that? Now, in the original movie, of course, they had the single file line that came out on the gurney, but this, we just wanted to have these two. They slide back into place like that. Latch them. And then they're ready for travel. All right, walking around here. Lights are on, all the different stuff is on. Inside is pretty simple. You've got two switches here. First one turns on the rotary lights. Second one turns on the sound effects system, which basically has Dixie horn, siren 1, siren 2, various songs and sayings, little things. I love this one.
Okay, so see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.
I love that. But you can just play the different sounds that we can't play on YouTube. I like this one.
As the duly designated representative of the city, I order you to cease any and all supernatural activity and return forthwith to your place of origin or to the nearest convenient parallel dimension.
So yeah, we were just taking a look at the motor, checking the fluids, took it for a ride around the block. But, you know, just take a look at it here. A lot of legit parts, other parts not as legit. The doors operate in a weird way, you know, as I've demonstrated before. We need to clean that out. But this is where the gunner seat would be if this door opened 180 degrees, but it doesn't. So some thoughts that we've had were to make a gunner seat that would either slide out like that rack or just stab in, that would just sit here on display. But if we did that, we'd have to decorate all the inside and everything. You're talking about a much more expensive project. If we were going to do this for somebody on spec where they wanted to pay for it, that's probably another 30, 40, 50 grand worth of stuff back there that we're not doing. But, I mean, it's nice and clean. I mean, it's definitely a lot of space. You know, even with the 2 Proton packs, there's plenty of room. If you wanted to modify this a little bit more and take some of this out and put other bench seats in there, you could. But really, this thing is meant to be an outside, or rather, to look at the outside of the car. So you could just imagine this thing on display in a car museum, how epic it would be. You know, I'm really happy with how a lot of this turned out. I know people want to pick it apart. Oh, it's not a 59. Those aren't the right light bars. We know. That's just hard to find. But you got to think, that's expensive stuff. We did this on a much better budget. I mean, the last one of these we sold went for 150 grand last year. And this one, I expect to do, you know, north of 100 for sure. You never know what it could get. As rusty as this stuff is, this is just the symptom of how it was parked. But actually, the car is actually pretty solid as far as rust underneath the car. It's difficult for me to get up under there, but we've checked it out. And I've just given this amount of proof a million times. The doors, there's no way that these doors would operate if the frame had structural rust on it. Because this commercial chassis, this I-beam, the I-beams that run along the bottom of this car are incredibly strong. For you to have 8 feet of open space here like that, and the door is just like, right? Solid. Car's pretty solid. Pretty happy with how it turned out in the amount of time that we had to work on it. I wish, you know, we could do the real Miller Meteor rear. What do you think, Jack? How'd it come out?
I'm in love with it. I almost like this as much as the 57 Ecto, but I think this one's going to be a winner. Somebody's going to love this.
Well, when we do that 59 over there,
that one is going to be a mind blower.
that's going to be epic.
There's no more legit car. It's 100%.
That's the
right
and
on
the
money.
way we're going to do it is going to be on another level. And don't even ask about it. It's not for sale. I'll never sell it. It's not ever going to be for sale. But we're going to build
a permanent collection.
I mean, people are going to be like, "Oh, everything's for sale." It's not for sale. I have money. I don't need your. I'm going to have the greatest Ecto, and a lot of people make great Ectos. I don't need to name names. There's some great Ectos out there, but I don't know. You know, there's not too many real 59s out there, and we're going to do it right. We're going to do a really good car that people all over the world are going to talk about. This thing, though, I'm really thrilled with how this turned out. Well, I just filmed all this already. But this, you know, you got to be able to do the presentation. And so the video following this one is going to be the actual presentation of the car. I'll be in full regalia. But I wanted to be able to do this. And this is what everybody remembers from the movie, both in the first and the second movie. They just remember the packs being presented, although in a different way on the gurney. But I like the way this presents itself. You know, if you had this at a car museum and it just sat here like this, I mean, right? Everybody's going to want to take a picture with the packs. And it's all about doing it for the gram. Everybody wants to do it for the gram. What have you done for a gram?
No comment.
It's a pretty simple system. It's just like we did in the ECTO-57. Go find the video. Go look for Videobob ECTO-57. And I already showed all that. Little Easter eggs. I put a couple of them in there. I put a Bob's Prop Shop thing there. I put one here. We need to get these back up on the store again. People want those. All right, well, I guess that's kind of it. This video has spanned over the last couple of days. And we've been building, I gotta stay close to the camera because I don't have a microphone here.
Okay.
So this video has spanned over the last 3 or 4 days. I know we should turn the radio off. And you know, you're kind of seeing the last, but I think we're done. I think we're done with it. This is it. There's not too much else left to do, cleaning it out, cleaning the windows. Tomorrow, by the time you see this video, we will be shooting the other video. And I'm gonna do the official presentation, photo shoot, and video of it. I have several people that are interested in the car. The goal is to get the car done and sold before Halloween. I'm already talking to the people at Barrett-Jackson. As you know, I sold my DeLorean Time Machine, our 43rd car, at the Las Vegas Barrett-Jackson in July 2nd. They're having the Barrett-Jackson Houston show coming up on the 20th, next weekend, which means if I want this in that show, we got to haul ass and get it down there this week. And it would probably debut Friday, televised. Unless somebody buys it beforehand. What's the price number? Throw me a price. Email me and say, I want to buy your ECTO. You would have to be able to wire me the money and take it Monday. So I'm going to get this video up as soon as I can, maybe tonight or tomorrow. So we did this because that's what we do. We build cars, we sell cars. Bob's Prop Shop Dallas has built, this is our 4th ECTO. We've done 43 DeLorean Time Machines, 8 Blues Brothers cars, 8 kit cars, and I don't know how many other cars. Unfortunately, Bob's Prop Shop in Dallas is going to be closing soon. As you know, I've moved to Las Vegas, and all operations will be moving to Las Vegas. So this might be one of the last cars that come out of Bob's Prop Shop in Dallas. I don't know. But we had a lot of fun building it. We're all big Ghostbuster fans, always have been. And we've done lots of these cars. We've done maybe 500 Proton packs. I got to appear in the 2016 Answer the Call movie. I got to meet with all the different staff. I got to go to the Afterlife premiere in New York. Shout out to my friend Kyle up in the Great White North for helping make that happen. And so it's a great pride and fun that we get to do another car and an Afterlife car, because Jason Reitman did his father right when he did that movie. Everybody was in tears. And I think that when kids see this car, they're going to have a totally different reaction than when we see the 84 shiny car. Because for the new generation of Ghostbuster fans, this, the Rusto-1, is the new ECTO. Will it be restored by Winston in the Afterlife Resurrection for the sequel? Who knows? Maybe. But for right now, Rusto-1 has come to you. So, until next time, stay tuned for the official presentation video coming right up after this.
Okay, so I'll see you later, huh? I'll give you a call.